Welcome to the Sales Clinic, episode 3. This is Anders. I remember in 2023, here in the Renfrew Collingwood area in Vancouver, arguably one of the most overlooked areas in Vancouver East Side, I did a deal with one of the toughest sellers I ever had. I met with the seller during that summer on the 16th floor of that building. For those who don't know the Nanaimo area in the East Side, we're up on that hill where there are very few high-rises in the surrounding area. Even though the building totals 21 stories, on the 16th floor makes way for amazing views. So the owner turns out to be a retired engineer who used to work for NASA. And he's so high up on the chain of command that even he had clearance to enter the Air Force Base. Crazy, isn't it? So I'm super excited and honored to have the opportunity to work with him. But also, it was a little tough because we're at the height of interest rates in 2023. Barely any buyers or investors were looking for any properties. It was an extremely difficult time for agents, and the buildings had some challenges to overcome. So most agents would turn that opportunity away, but I'm up for a challenge. There's one thing to remember, is that the market shouldn't dictate your success. It should dictate your adaptability. So the challenge was that the building strata fees were extremely high, 30 to 40% higher than the neighboring buildings due to the costs to maintain. If the cost of borrowing is going to be high, that will affect a person's eligibility to purchase. And so understandably, it may turn most people away. However, we were situated in Renfrew Collingwood. We're sort of at the top of this hill, and the units facing northwest were one of the most coveted floor plans in the building. They have the most captivating views of downtown Vancouver, the North Shore Mountains, and even a peek at the Amazing Brentwood Towers by Brentwood Mall. Even so, it was a tough time to find a buyer. And then I found a buyer. We pre-negotiated the deal, and the offer came in at full price. But my seller said, no. I consulted with my brother already. He used to be in commercial real estate. And I would only do a deal at a certain price, and it has to be higher than the full asking price. I remember going back and forth with him, and he was pretty adamant about it. And the seller even said I wanted most of the compensation back. And if I agreed, it would be most of my commission. And you know what I said? I told him, respectfully, that I know your ultimate objective here is not my commission. It's your net income and how much money I can put in your pocket through my ability to negotiate. What have I told you, Mr. Seller? That I can bring you $12,000 more than this current offer, which is already at full price, without you having to do anything. Would you be completely satisfied? And the answer was a resounding yes, if I could pull it off. I did some digging and I found out that the buyer was an investor. So rent is incredibly important. Our pricing is quite sharp already, meaning it's quite close to what the market would pay for a home in this condition. I pitched it to the agent. If we could close this one quickly, your client can start collecting premium rent early because not only rent is amazing in this area, you'll be able to help your client get a fantastic home with $1 million views without the $1 million price tag. I know this area well, and I'm super confident you'll be able to find a tenant in a snap. And I told the buyer agent, this is a great deal. In fact, we will raise the price of this home by over 20 grand, and I'll find someone who will move forward with it because it's such a great deal. And you'll find no other home like this, even at the new price point. The agent, who was a seasoned realtor, was quite surprised. She didn't buy that idea completely, but she will at least pitch it to her buyer. And then here's what I did. I called my office. I told my office we're raising the price on the MLS. We're going to show this buyer we're for real, and it's going to go public. Guess what? The buyer bought it. We sold them on the property for $23,000 more than our original ask in an extremely challenging market where there's little to no buyers. And you know what? The buyer believed in the property and the value it brings as much as I did. And that's what matters. We allowed the buyer to share all our marketing materials to all of their prospective applicants. He had numerous tenants lined up to see the property a week before closing, and he rented it on the day he got the keys. Now both parties are happy, and I walk away with full commission without asking for a single dollar more for the extra money I brought in, because that's what I do. I work for my clients. Work with an agent you can really trust and enthusiastic about your home, believes in your product, and can really negotiate in any situation possible to seal the deal. And that's how I closed my toughest deal in 2023. If you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe for more sales tips and content. As a real estate representative here in Vancouver, I do real estate videos as well. Please feel welcome to follow me on social. Until next time, play nice and happy selling.